Students, chapter number 10, page number 117. Frampton stared at her, but she went on. Frampton was looking at Mrs. Sappleton's face and he was staring continuously, but she was continuously talking. They will make quite a mess with their boots, I am sure. My poor carpets, she was saying, they will come from the hunting and with their dirty boots they will spoil her carpet. She chatted on cheerfully, talking about the men and their trip out to the moors. She was continuously happily talking about those three men who had gone on the hunting trip to Frampton. However, there was nothing cheerful about it. But for Frampton, there was nothing to be so happy in these talkings. It all seemed quite horrible. He was thinking that everything was getting much horrible. To make matters worse, he could tell his hostess wasn't fully paying attention to him. Now, he was feeling very bad. He was also thinking this that his hostess, who was Mrs. Sappleton, she was not paying attention to him as he was the visitor, he was the guest. Her eyes kept darting towards the open window. She was continuously looking to the window side and the lawn outside. How unlucky, Frampton thought he was unlucky. He was having bad luck. It was to visit the family on the anniversary of this tragic event. He was saying that bad luck, he had met this family on the anniversary of their this tragic event on the same day as that girl has told him that on the same day those three persons had gone out for the hunting. Finally, the visitor managed to change the subject. Now, visitor who was Mr. Frampton. He tried to change the subject, means to talk about something other. He began talking about his health. Now he started telling about his own health. All the doctors agree that I need complete rest. He told that all the doctors were saying that he should take a complete rest. I am to avoid any form of medical excitement. He told that doctors had told him that he should not get any mental excitement also, and difficult physical exercise should not be done as doctors has told him. Frampton had always strongly believed. Frampton all the time was thinking wrong. He was thinking, believing that others, even strangers, were very interested in the smallest details about his health and medical treatments. He was thinking that all people are interested to listen about his health and medical treatments. Unfortunately, he continued, they do not agree on the subject of my diet. Again, he said that unfortunately, the doctors and others were not ready to talk about his diet. They were not agree. Mrs. Sappleton hardly managed to hide her yawn. Now Mrs. Sappleton was feeling very lazy. She could not hide her yawn. No, she asked, not interested at all. Without listening to him, she said these words. Suddenly she cheered up again. Suddenly, all of a sudden, she became more happy again. They are here at last, Mrs. Appleton cried. She said so happily and cried that they had come just in time for tea. See, they had reached at the time of tea. Oh, look how muddy they are. See how muddy their feet are there, how much mud dust is on them. Frampton turned towards young Vera with the look of sympathy. Now Frampton was looking toward Vera that she should have some sympathy for him. Clearly, her aunt had finally gone completely mad with grief. She told that now her aunt had gone completely mad because she is already in much tension. The girl, however, wasn't looking at him. The girl was not looking at Mr. Frampton. She was staring out through the open window. She was also looking outside the window. There was a look of horror on her face. On her face, she was also looking terrible. A chill ran down Frampton's spine. But Mr. Frampton was feared again very badly. He was in shocking condition.